purpose. I'm walking in my purpose. I'm walking in my purpose.
So today with us on Stool Talk, we're honored to have back for another time a great, amazing student athlete. This young student athlete is her game is rising. She's a great player on the court and off the court. Her teammates rave about her. She's selfless. She passes. She plays defense. She do all the things. She has all the intangibles, and she can get a bucket anytime she wants. Today we have with us the one, the only Mrs. Brooklyn Cox. How you doing today?
Good. How are you?
Good, good. So how has the season been going for you so far this year?
It's been going pretty good. We've only lost one game.
Yeah. And in that one game, do you guys keep on thinking about it, or do y'all just say we know what we did to lose and we got them next time?
We do think about it every here and there, but we got a hard few games coming up this week, so we've been trying to put our minds to those.
Yeah. And what does that look like team-wise as y'all prepare for the tougher competition?
A lot of our tougher competition is very fast paced. So we really try to get up and down as fast as we can and really focus on the little things in our games to improve, like layups, free throws, because those things at the end are going to count.
Yeah. What do you love? What do you love most about playing basketball, and how does it feel to be an elite player in your class?
I really love the competition aspect of it. I really like to be able to go into any game and see how I have to adjust to different players, different teams, and what I have to do to help my team.
Yeah, and how do you adjust being an elite player and you got to worry about them double teaming you, triple teaming you, or their game plan is let's shut Brooklyn down. How do you adjust to that and for it don't allow you to not play your game, but play your game and even get your teammates involved?
Well, many people know me as a versatile player, so if they do try to double team me in the paint, I might go to the outside, or I might try to see, oh, since they're double teaming me, someone has to be open. So where is that person?
Yeah, you all in my notes. So that's what I was going to ask you next. You're a great inside and outside player. Are you working towards that on your own? Is that something your trainer is getting you to do, or how did that come about? Because most people they only good at one thing, then you could go inside, outside. So you do make it hard for the defense to be able to double team you. And a lot of film I seen doing my research, they was double teaming you, was hitting the open man. So it was like, what do we do? So where did that come in? Is your coaches training you that way, or is your trainer?
Well, I always started as a big because I grew up being really tall. But as as I grew up, I started becoming more on the shorter end of it. But I still had that strength aspect.
Yeah.
So it was really like my trainer was like, "Oh, you got this down because this is what you've been doing your whole life. But now that you're getting a little bit shorter, but you're still just as strong, let's
Yeah.
out on the outside, get some shots up, drive, some more stuff like that."
Yeah. How do your skills from volleyball help you on a basketball court and vice versa because you're a multi verse athlete?
Um, Volleyball has really helped me with not being afraid to get on the floor for a ball and being able to jump a little bit higher. And basketball has helped with volleyball by being able to communicate with my team just as much as I would on the basketball court.
Yeah. And what type of leader would you say that you are right now? You lead vocally or with your play or even both?
Um, I would say both. I do try to voice what's happening in the game and try to see everything and tell my teammates because they might not be aware of it. But I also try to model how the coach might want it, how this might work better in a game, and things like that.
What's been your proudest moment as a basketball player so far? Has it been a game? Has it been a play?
My proudest moment was probably be the first game that I dropped 30. I I had been working really hard that summer and it was really fun to see the outcome of that.
How many rebounds did you have?
Oh, I think I had about maybe 12, 15.
Wow, you had a 30 or 50. Wow. Some of the high school and college players I'll be talking to is talking about those stat lines and you hitting those stat lines. What do you do to keep you complacent? Because you're getting all these great skill stats and you're playing great, but you putting forth the work. But how do you stay complacent so you don't just be like, yeah, I'm cool, but no, I want to get better and better. If I got 30, I can get 35. How do you stay complacent? I mean, where you don't get complacent.
Well, I always think about, oh, that was just one game. Not every team's going to be the same. You're not going to be able to do the same thing on every team, but you can always try to do your best on every game. So
Yeah.
I really just think about how this might also help other girls think, oh, just because this is a harder team doesn't mean I can't do what I did last game.
Yeah. And what do family mean to you, and how has the family continuous support allowed you to be the best player that you are?
My family, since a very young age, has always supported me no matter what. They have always been in the stands every game, helping me, cheering me on, no matter if I get down in a game, no matter if I'm up in a game. And as well as off the court, they've always been there for me and always helped me to be the best I can.
Yeah, definitely. And what has been your goals individually and team wise for this season?
Um, well, obviously our goal is to win the GMCs, but we've also been just trying to work to be one team, not just like a few players here and there scoring and trying to win each, as one team, because next year we're all going to be together no matter what. So I
Yeah,
think we've really been trying to improve on our team.
yeah. And have you played against any of your AAU teammates?
Um, no, but this week I play Sycamore Mason, and that's where most of my AAU teammates are. So I think those are going to be very fun games.
Yeah, yeah. And what have you learned, or what have you kind of brought into this season that you learned and that AAU has taught you or helped you with your game?
I've learned that no matter how tired you are, you always have to be vigilant and you always have to be moving. If you're still during a game, it's not going to help your team whatsoever. So to be able to be moving constantly, being able to get the ball, being able to rebound has been a very important thing.
Yeah, and what instrument do you play in jazz? I think that's amazing that you are a part of something like that because that skill is very unique. So that means God has blessed you with a great gift and the ability to do multiple things, be multifaceted, and even to be able to use your gifts. What instrument do you play and how do you love that?
I play the baritone saxophone. I started out on the alto, but something about the low and like timbered sound of the baritone really drew me to it.
Yeah, is your family musical? Have other people in your family play instruments?
Not really. My sister plays the viola, but we really are the only two.
Wow, wow. As a student athlete, how do you balance having schoolwork, being in the jazz band, volleyball, basketball, even hanging out with your friends, family? How do you balance this? Because you're an honor student.
So depending on what time practice is, I try to get all my homework done and all my schoolwork done before practice. So then I have an empty mind going into basketball, and that's what I can think about. And then on my off days and after practice, that's when I try to hang out with my friends and do other things.
Yeah, and what motivates you to continue to excel in the classroom as well as the basketball court?
Once again, my family, they've always kept me on my toes, always made told me that school is the most important thing. You can't be an athlete unless you're a student first, and I think that's always been really big.
Yeah, and when you go to the next level, will you continue to play basketball and violin? I mean, volleyball?
Next year I do plan to continue playing basketball, but I also plan on doing marching band next year, so I won't be able to do volleyball.
Oh, okay. So, what is your dream school, college that you ever thought that you wanted to go to? And did you think about playing just basketball there or basketball, band, or volleyball?
Um, well, I've always really liked LSU. I really think that Kimoki is an amazing coach, and I would love to be in that culture. But I also really enjoy Ohio State. I really love their marching band and how close to home they are, and seeing the amazing people come out of there.
Yeah, OH.
I am.
And I was thinking about that, like they marching band, just while you were saying talking about the band. Did you get a chance to see Kim Walkie when she was at Run for the Roses this past summer?
No, I tried to look for her, but sadly, I think I missed her.
Yeah, I had interviewed some people down from Georgia that played for Georgia Queen Elite, and they had pictures, and some people from Toledo too had pictures with her on the sideline. And I'm like, that's why I asked you about AAU because AAU is way serious. You got scouts, you got college coaches. Like, how would you feel if LSU is school that you want to go to? Kim Mulkey is on that sideline. Brooklyn, take me to how you would be feeling. Will you be nervous or do you be like, I gotta dominate? How would you be feeling?
I would be nervous, but then I would be thinking about every aspect of my game. I would be saying I have to show her inside, outside, passing, defense.
Yeah, I love it. Where do you see yourself as a student athlete in the next couple years?
Um, in the next couple years, I see myself graduating high school, hopefully going D1 to a college, and also hopefully going into school as a medical student.
Yeah, and how do you want your teammates and people that know you when they think about basketball and they think about Brooklyn, how do you want them to look at you or remember you?
I want them to remember me as a safe place. I want them to be able to remember me and think, oh, no matter on and off the court, I was able to come to her with any questions, concerns, and she was always that person on the team.
Yeah, and do you have any advice for younger athletes who want to play basketball at a high level like yourself?
Um, Adversity is always going to be a big thing no matter where you go, how old you are. So I think using that adversity as a positive motivator instead of a negative thing is a big thing to help you.
Yeah. And how has your versatility as a player, being able to play both inside and outside, helped you dominate and help you to be that great standout player that you are?
It's really helped me to be able to go wherever the coaches need me at any time. And no matter if the girl is 6'3" in the paint or if I have this real tiny fast guard on the outside, I can go wherever and do whatever I need to.
Yeah. And what do you focus on in your training to maintain such a well-rounded game? Because you got great feet, you got great touch around the basket, and you got moves like the inside move. Don't get it twisted. You can shoot the three, you can get putbacks, but you got moves. I seen you up and under. Like, what do you focus on since you do all of that so well?
Well, usually I try to mainly focus on what I would do if there is a taller person under the basket and what I could do to get them off and my moves outside to be able to get around a smaller guard. But I also really like to work on my conditioning and my free throws.
Yeah. And as a player who can adapt to multiple positions, coming up, you got a couple big games. How would your approach be with the different matchups during these games?
Um, most of these people that I have played with before. So going into it, I'm really going to be thinking about what they did in AAU season and what I can tell my teammates and what I can do myself to stop them and hopefully come out with a win.
Yeah. And what's your favorite part of being a versatile player? Which aspect of your game are you most proud of?
Um, I think I'm most proud of my inside work. I really think it's cool that a smaller forward can go down on these 6'3" girls and score with not a problem.
Yeah, and how much do you think your ability to play inside and out will help you as you continue to go and you get ready for this next level?
I think it will help definitely with being able to help my team. You know, being able to go in for whoever whenever the coach needs me and being able to follow any instruction I need to.
Yeah, definitely. And what's your favorite place to go eat after a big win?
Oh, I really like Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A. What you ordering? What meal you get?
Oh, I get a 4-piece chicken tender, a fry, and a Dr. Pepper.
Yeah. Do you call it pop or do you say soda?
Uh,
Yeah, I be saying pop down here in Georgia. They like, huh? I'm like, A drink. Just give me a whatever the name is." If you could play one-on-one with any WNBA player, who would it be and why?
um, I would probably say Kelsey Mitchell, just because she's come out of the same place I grew up, and she is in the WNBA, and we are around the same height. So I really like to see where I would match up, coming from the same place and being around the same height.
Yeah, shout out Kelsey Mitchell. A lot of the young athletes talk about her. We reaching out to her. We'd love to have you on. um, What's your favorite pump up song before a big game? What's the vibes like when you getting ready? Do you even listen to music? Is the aux score playing? Is it loud for the team? Do you got your own individual? And what's your favorite song?
Before a game, I like my own individual music. Usually coming up to warm ups, I usually listen to like some slower songs, but then when I am on the court warming up, I try to listen to some more pump up songs. I really like 30 for 30 by SZA and Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah. Yeah. And how do you determine is it what team you playing? Because like your game is calm and smooth, but I have seen you get an and one and like, let's go. So how does that how it just depends on how you playing, how you get in that mood?
Yeah.
Who do you think the best college women's basketball player is right now, and what do you admire about their game?
Right now, I think Juju Wilkins, just because she is a taller guard. So then she's also a very versatile player and she can do whatever she needs to and she still looks good doing it.
Yeah, what about WNBA?
Um, I really like Brianna Stewart. I really like how she's also a big versatile player. You know, she is about 6'2", but it if she needs to go step out on the outside, then she can.
Yeah, if you were building your ideal, if you were building a team, what would your ideal starting five be for the WNBA? If you could choose the players.
I would say Brianna, um, Juju. No, my bad. Brianna, Caitlin, Sabrina, Kelsey, and maybe Aaliyah.
Okay. Leah Boston.
hmm
Okay. What do you think makes women's basketball unique and inspired compared to other sports?
Um, I think that women's basketball has more of a competitive edge than most sports. You know, I feel like when you see the NBA compared to the WNBA, the NBA is more like, oh, I missed time to just get back on defense. But when you watch WNBA, it's like, oh, I missed. I'm instantly going back for the rebound. Oh, the ball's on the field, get it.
Yeah, definitely. If you could pick any position other than the one you normally start at, which one would it be and why? Because you're such a versatile. So which position would you rather, be dominant at?
I would say probably point guard. I really like that they're able to see the floor no matter what and be able to use their IQ to determine what play would be the best for win.
Yeah. How tall are you?
I'm 5'9".
Okay. Yeah, definitely. What's one thing that most people might not know about you off the court?
I really like to read.
What's your favorite book? What's your favorite book and what's the last book you read?
My favorite book is probably To All the Boys I Loved. I That was like one of my first books that got me into reading. I really like that one. The last book I read was Girl in Pieces.
Okay. So are you one of those readers that you got the light that goes around your neck at night so when everybody got the lights off you still can read?
No, I have one that clips to my book.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was gonna ask you that next because my wife is an editor, she's an author, and she reads books and she got all these gadgets. And I'm like, what is that? She's like, it's just for I can see I ain't got to distract everybody. So you definitely are a reader. What do you hold on. If you could have dinner with any athlete, past or present, who would it be and what would you ask them?
Um, Probably Dennis Rodman because he was such a fun player and he went through so many things. And I would really like to hear like his story and how he came to the NBA and how he got through it.
Yeah, most definitely. And who is the funniest on your team?
I would have to say Eden Kenny.
Who is the best dancer on your team?
Oh, definitely me.
You got the moves. Who is the best singer on your team?
Well, I did show choir, so I think I also take the singing role.
Okay, on a road trip when y'all about to go get ready, if the coach say, "Hey, I'm gonna pick one person to get the aux score," who getting the aux score?
I would say Kennedy Willis.
Kennedy Williams. Okay, and whatever comes on your heart, can you speak something positive to the youth?
Um, no matter what you're going through, no matter what is happening in your life, always look for your family and God. They will guide you through everything that you need to, and they will always be your biggest supporters, no matter where you are, what you're doing.
Yeah, and how has that worked with you having faith, believing in God? And second part is, what would you say to other athletes who want to, but they don't know how to look, or they might be afraid of what others might say?
I would say that he has blessed me with so many things, and I feel like people who want to get into faith and religion, I think it's a big thing to think about yourself. Other people will always have an opinion on what you do. So to take what you need to your heart is a big helper.
Yeah, yeah, thank you. And Miss Brooklyn, we're spotlighting you once again for being a great, amazing athlete on and off the court and in a lot of different um not just basketball, but volleyball with band, even being a great student athlete, being a great leader too as well. Brooklyn, you have everything that you need inside to be great. You have all the great gifts, the talents, and all the work after that you need. So continue to train, continue to be that great leader, continue to go out there and dominate, continue to ball on purpose and purpose. So we thank you and we appreciate you.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Brooklyn Cox.